Welcome back to Mythic Machines, and today we're going to be working on my 64 panel.
Okay, so I took my valve covers off. I just had to set them on there, keep shit out of them. Must do a very good job. Tree runner sheds, really bad. Anyways, now I gave my rocker arms a little shake like this. Make sure they're all nice and snug, and I was like, oh hey, this one's kind of loose. And I got to this one, I was like, oh, this one's really loose. Like, that's not good. So, I'm going to adjust all my valves now before I get this thing started and running and driving. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I do that. First things first, you got to take off the valve covers. I'm going to do that on both sides. Take off the distributor cap. Already did. Alright, just fold it over to the side for now. See there. So I'm going to rotate the engine for cylinder number 1. That's this one right here. To be top dead center. And ignition rotor on number 1 cylinder. Okay, so you can see, rotor cap is on number 1 cylinder, my cap, and then, can't really see it, but timing mark is on 0. So right where it should be. Once you have that, you check your valve lash on your Alright, we're gonna I'll be done momentarily. Okay. So after you do your adjustments that you need to do for that, so again, you do your intake valves 2, 5, 7, and your exhaust valves 3, 4, and 8 for those cylinders. Now once you're done with that, you now rotate the engine again. So rotate it 1 full turn again. Alright, so you see, after I rotate the engine, 1 full turn is now my rotor is now pointing at my number 6 cylinder. Or my number 6 wire. You see there? So once I'm there, I now check number 6 intake and exhaust, 3, 4, and 8, exhaust, 2, 5, and 7. After that, you're all done. Now you just got to put it all back together. Okay, so the last thing you guys saw, I was adjusting the valves. Valves are all adjusted. We already got the engine running. We had idling. It runs pretty good. So before I drive it, I gotta get the brakes fixed. So I got my brakes all hooked up. I've already tried bleeding them. Bleeding them didn't work out too well. Quite far out of adjustment. So, see down here, I've already taken this side apart. Need to get new shoes because I took old ones off. They got no material left on there. You know, linings fell off. So I was waiting for parts. That took about a week. But I got everything now, so I'm going to put it all together. And I'm going to be back then. Because my camera's about to die and I got to go put it on the charger. But that's what I got to do now. So I'm going to get the fronts done and I'll be back for the rear. Alrighty, that's the plan, and that's what we're doing. Alright. So I already had the other side apart. Now we're going to take the passenger side apart. So I already have my wheel lug nut shut off. So I just take my tire off. Roll it off the side. Clean all of the yeah. They were all over on the outside too.
Oh, were they?
Anybody home? Oh! They're home! They're home! Okay, so this is how you pack bearings. Like bearing, you scoop a little bit and drag it against your paw. Palm of your hand, you just keep doing that. As you can see, it's coming out of there. Alright, so quick story. When I took So I took them apart. I checked my fronts, your port and everything, but when I went to check the backs, I took the brake drum off. And I was like, oh hey, I'm missing something there. That's strange. It's like, how is it possible for someone to break that? I had no idea. But it's a 5-lug. This is a C30. It's supposed to be 8. So I got me a new 8-lug axle, and we're gonna put that baby in. Taking out this 5-lug, or I should say 3-lug, or 2.5 maybe, 2.5 lug. So I'm gonna drop this one out, and we're putting that one in. That's my next task, and see when I'm getting close there. Okay, so I got my rear end all ready to come out. So, in order to get the rear end off, so leave the leaf springs, but I got 2 shackles on each side. I'll hold it on there. Go in there like that. I have this bracket here that goes on the bottom, and there's just nuts there. Take the nuts off. Take the brackets off. Take the shackle off. Then I take the drive line off. There's the drive line. There's the yoke. You see it just bolts. Has a little U-bolt here. And 2 nuts go in the back. And same shackle on the other side. Some have shock absorbers. This one doesn't, so I don't have to take those off. And then I just got my brake line up top there. That's wrapped up in the rag. Keep dirt out of it. Other than that, this thing is ready to come out now. The only thing holding it up is the jack. So I'll loosen the jack down and I'll pull my rear end out. So with that, I'm ready to pull the rear end down. I'm gonna loosen the jack. Just gonna lower it down. And voila.
And with me dragging out the rear end, this is where I'm going to be leaving it. Because it took a whole lot more to get the rear end back in than I was expecting. So, I'll be making its own video for that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you again, and hope you enjoyed. Until the next video.